This is the Topkats Rebel Connection. President Trump on Monday, August 28th, 2017, lifted a controversial ban on the transfer of surplus military equipment to U.S. police departments. The new plan takes effect immediately and fully rolls back an Obama administration executive order that blocked armored vehicles, large caliber weapons, ammunition, and other heavy equipment from being repurposed from foreign battlefields to America's streets. Now, wrapped up in all of this is other details that I have to give to you, as with Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who led the campaign for the program's reinstatement. Well, he outlined President Trump's new executive order Monday, August 28, 2017, in an address to the Fraternal Order of Police, the nation's largest police union, suggesting that former President Obama's directive was a concession to political pressure applied by civil rights advocates. Included in the gear that the police will be receiving are such things as rocket launchers and bayonets. According to the Trump plan, the bayonets would likely be repurposed as utility knives and the launchers used to shoot tear gas canisters instead of lethal ammunition. Janae Nelson, first name spelled Janai, the associate director of the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, said, "The timing of President Trump's decision against the backdrop of the recent unrest in Charlottesville, Virginia, reflects the administration's now open effort to escalate racial tensions in the USA." Senator Rand Paul, Republican from Kentucky, said, "Americans must never sacrifice their liberty for an elusive and dangerous or false security." The militarization of our law enforcement is due to an unprecedented expansion of government power in this realm, Senator Rand Paul concluded.
The Trump administration may be preparing to lift a ban, giving back local police the ability to obtain surplus military equipment. According to documents obtained by USA Today, the new plan would roll back an executive order from the Obama administration, which banned police from repurposing armored vehicles, large caliber guns, and other heavy equipment originally used by the military. The documents detailing the restored plan reportedly read, "Assets that would otherwise be scrapped can be repurposed to help state, local, and tribal law enforcement better protect public safety and reduce crime." Back in 2014, the racially charged violence in Ferguson, Missouri between protesters and heavily armed police caused President Obama to enact the ban. Obama citing his concern over those powerful weapons furthering the rift between police and communities for looking less protective and more of an occupying force. Since the program's creation in 1997, over $5 billion in gear has been sent to local police. In the documents, the Trump administration calls the weapons entirely defensive in nature. Jeff Sessions is scheduled to visit the Fraternal Order of Police, where he may bring up the matter.
Well, I say, as I remember today, that back in the time when situations were unraveling, having to do with this type of topic, it was said that the deployment of such military equipment to police, especially during the administration of President Barack Obama, who argued at the time that such military equipment to police cast the police as an occupying force, deepening a divide between law enforcement and a wary community, and I would say a paranoid community. We've seen how militarized gear can sometimes give people a feeling like they're an occupying force, as opposed to a force that's part of the community that's protecting them and serving them, President Obama said in an announcing the ban of military equipment being given to police officers back in 2015. However, the Obama order did allow for the limited use of other surplus aircraft, wheeled tactical vehicles, mobile command units, battering rams, and riot gear on the condition that such equipment was approved of by the federal government. The Surplus Sharing Agreement, also known as the 1033 program, was created by Congress nearly 30 years ago as of 2017 as part of the National Defense Authorization Act. The National Defense Authorization Act. It was originally intended to assist local law enforcement in drug investigations. The program was expanded in 1997 to include all local law enforcement operations, including counter-terrorism. Since then, according to the government, more than $5 billion in gear has been transferred to state, local, and tribal law enforcement agencies. Quote, much of the equipment provided through the 1033 program is entirely defensive in nature that protects officers in active shooter scenarios and other dangerous situations, unquote, the Trump administration's spokesperson said. In this upload's information description area will be links and other details for you to patronize and scrutinize. With the TRC IC News Edition, I'm your concrete jungle reporter, Otis Cue Pate. Thank you for stopping by.
Topkats, Rebel Connection.